and these dumbasses, it's all funded by this basically Luddite green movement assholes that don't want it, basically trying to keep any oil from being moved, because if it was about the environment, they'd at least acknowledge that if oil is going to move, the safest way for it to move is by oil or by pipe. And the spills that they worry about, almost all of those are at the facilities at one end or the other in a contained area. But no, that none of that matters, because what they really want is Western civilization to grind to a halt. And I'm not being hyperbolic about that. That's exactly what they're after.
Yeah, no, it's what it. Okay, I'm particularly uniquely positioned to comment on this shit because I work in the fucking oil field, and I used to be a roofer. Do you want a roof on your house, asshole? Would you like insulation for your house, asshole? Would you like tires on your car, asshole? Would you like spandex, asshole? Would you like the ability to have groceries delivered to your most immediate grocery store, asshole? Would you like to... Would you like everything to fucking function, asshole? Would you like to have gaskets in your plumbing, asshole, so that when you flush the toilet, shit doesn't spray across the bathroom fucking floor, asshole? Because that's what we're getting to. That everything requires petrochemical products. Stop fucking with me.
Yeah, they do.
I don't want to burn fucking petrochemicals to run my vehicle, but I have to get the fuck to work. And unless you're willing to saddle yourself to a cart and drag me there, I have to go to the fucking gas pump and put the gas in my fucking vehicle. And Magnus has to go to the fucking gas pump and put diesel into that fucking rig so he can drive your fucking consumer goods to whatever location happens to be relevant to your incessant consumerist needs.
Well, now to be fair, Marking, you have to remember I haul for Starbucks as well, and I'm about to tell them to go fuck themselves.
I'm sick of this shit. You know what? I used to be a fucking roofer, and guess what? The best possible insulation you could put on your fucking roof if you have a flat roof happens to be extruded polystyrene. So styrofoam cuppy shit. That's what you put down. That's if you want an ICF house, an insulated concrete form house that is super fucking great at holding in heat. Guess what? You need extruded polystyrene. Or sorry, expanded polystyrene in both cases. Extruded polystyrene is the shit I call blue board. It's Roofmate. If you see the pink shit from Dow Corning with the Pink Panther on it, yeah, that's extruded. The expanded stuff is the stuff that blows up, and if you scrape at it, it forms all these little popcorn particles. If you want that, if you want to be able to be, environmentally conscious and keep a lot of heat in your house, or keep a lot of heat out if you live in, say, I don't know, Arizona or California or places where it's ridiculously fucking hot, guess what? You need fucking petrochemicals. This is how stupid it gets, folks. You know those little things that go on the end of your shoelaces? They're called egglets. That's the technical fucking name. They're made of plastic. You know what plastic's fucking made of? Fucking petrochemicals, you ignorant fucks. Jesus fucking Christ.
And remember, their real purpose is sinister.
Yes, their real purpose is sinister. Choking chickens.
Yeah, right.
Like Magnus is doing right now.
95% of your current modern dye require petrochemical processes to develop. You want a pair of black jeans? Well, guess what? Either you're going to dye them yourself, or you're going to go out and buy a pair of black fucking Levi's.
Now, just remember, folks, in the same fucking hangout, you got an English lesson from a truck driver, and now you just got a lesson on petrochemicals from a high school dropout.
It's going to get worse. It's going to get fucking worse, because you know what? I will happily build a scaffold for any asshole that wants to pay me. If you want to pay me to go and put up scaffolds for solar panels or turbine style wind power, that's fucking amazing. Here's my problem. 80% of the rare earth minerals required to develop those products come from fucking China. China has no particular interest in not building giant coal plants or dealing with the coal fires that are running through seams right now that are estimated to run for 2,000 fucking years into the future. Okay? They have no particular consideration for human rights. Oh, there was a coal fire and that particular stretch of the coal mine collapsed and murdered 85 poor Chinamen. Well, guess what? We're going to send in another 90 to clear it out. That's their position, folks. If you want to complain to me about ethical and environmental energy production, do not fuck with me where my fucking bread gets buttered, because I will fucking turn you into a sobbing crybaby that legitimately does need a safe space.
Oh my God! You never know the thing that'll start a marking rant, but holy shit!
Well,
I'm sorry.
finished-
I've got a fucking cat in the other room. Okay, you know what? Let's boil this down to brass fucking tacks. That poor cat got adopted from the SPCA with the expectation that he would have a loving, warm, fed, kitty-littered environment. If you take my food away, he gets fed first. But there will come a point where I can't feed him and I have to give him up, and he doesn't know why he doesn't get fed and he doesn't get kitty litter and he doesn't stay warm. I would put my cat before me when it comes to getting a goddamn meal, and you would take that away from me? You would take the sole measure of companionship I have. I'd leave that poor fucker at home for 12 hours a day, and I feel like shit for it. Because somebody's got to pay these goddamn bills, and that little shit, as cute as he is, can't do fucking windows. He is adorable.
You just haven't trained him.
He
needs training.
Well, I'm sorry. I missed the part where I could train him into having opposable thumbs and figure out how to open up the fucking the cabinet under the sink for the Windex.
Hold up, Mark, hold up. After that rant, I have to admit, I need to light a cigarette because I just finished touching myself.
I can hope so, because Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? Apparently, it's just over a year since I fucking lost my shit on that poor feminist. But like, what is this going to be, like a yearly thing until I'm dead? Where I've got to fucking go snap show? Motherfuckers, if you want to fuck with me, you better pray that you come with a better fucking excuse than my carbon dioxide. Because you know what, assholes? We've been tracking that shit for, I don't know, call it 100 years. I'll be generous. Let's say it's 100 years. We've been tracking how much carbon dioxide we pump into the atmosphere and how much methane the cows put out. And we've started, the left has started making these brilliant models that we can't fucking verify because we've been studying it for 100 fucking years. This planet's been around for, what is it, 4.5 billion?
Something like that, yeah. Hey,
even
from up here, I have no idea what's going on.
We have. You are presumptuous as fuck to assume that you know. You are no less presumptuous than a fucking a young earther or a creationist to say that you absolutely scientifically know what amount of impact we have had in the 200 years that we have been industrialized. Absolutely, we have an impact. That is not something I will argue. But you cannot tell me that you know for a fact that you have objective data that will demonstrate that we are intrinsically harming the planet. It is a closed system. Hang on, Magnus. Let me just finish this up. Just for those couple assholes out there that are like, but my data. Because that data is fucking amazing. This is a closed system. Okay?
Well,
generally speaking. There's enough openness to this system that if you take that hole that's hovering over the penguins and you go, oh, there's an ozone hole. Well, we can do some things. Like we can reduce our reliance on CFCs as aerosol propellants. And that will directly reduce the amount of ozone depletion. And that's fucking amazing. That's, you know what? We noticed there was a problem. We did something. But our shift away from CFC propellants in order to address that ozone depletion does not return us to the previous state.
Oh, Mark, keep
That
ranting, baby. I'm still touching
Previous
myself.
state will never be reachieved. That previous state, that magical fucking, oh, we weren't fucking shit up with CFCs and fluor or whatever the fuck it was. The air conditioning shit. CFCs,
Yeah,
but there was a couple of specific ones that were really bad.
The tongue twister.
Chlorofluorocarbons.
Yeah.
We can never re-achieve that position we were at prior to using those things. We will never go back to that. We will never return to the Garden of Eden. We will never achieve that state that we were at previously. So all we can do is move forward with the expectation that we will mitigate our impact. Canada has a shit ton of fucking trees, and we have the most fresh water on the fucking planet. These are massive carbon sinks. And you are going to tell me right now that overwhelmingly, in comparison to the rest of the planet, relative to what China is ignoring in their on-fire coal seams, that we are inherently destroying the planet and that we need to have a carbon tax that is taking money out of my pocket because I don't get the rebates. I get to put fucking fuel in that vehicle every week if I want to drive to work. And if I want to take the bus to work, I got to get on a diesel-fueled bus that is still going to have to go to a fuel pump just to get my ass to a place where I can build a scaffold because that's what we got. And I don't see any of you assholes dreaming up new ways to create solar panels that don't rely on the human rights violations and the environmental, it's not ignorance, it's the environmental apathy of China. You want to tell me that I am inherently a bad person, Jane Fonda, at all?
Oh, God, don't get me started on Jane Fonda.
Bitch.
Yeah, he's
Come
gonna
on
tap
over.
harder.
I will buy you a pair of work boots. I will buy you a pair of coveralls. You tell me that my life is simple. You live a day in my world, and you tell me that I don't have to make choices based on the system I exist in, and I have to try and make the most reasonable, ethical choices available to me. And I still have to balance that against what I need to get done because the bank is not going to take, I'm sorry, I think working in the oil field is unethical as an excuse to not pay my mortgage.
Okay, now at this point, is it safe to say that after that rigorous Jane fondling he just did, that all of us are sitting here with a cigarette in one hand and a wet crotch?
I need to take a shower. I'm all sticky.
I just want to say,
I'm gonna be cutting that part out. That's just gonna be a video on its own. That's, like I said, it's been a year since I went off on a poor feminist and just left him like a deer in the headlights. So, well, apparently once a year I've just got to fucking hammer on people.